A highly established interior decorator once said, "Our vision is to create places of beauty that give enduring pleasure designed to perfectly complement a property and the people in it." And this prolific interior decorator is my guest today. Hello everybody and welcome to the Chat Trap with me, Pavleen Gujral. And my guest today is Miss Shilpi Sunar, the founder and interior decorator at Creations from Raipur. And with over 32 years of experience, she has a lot to tell us. So let's go. Welcome Shilpi ma'am, it's an absolute honor to have you on this show.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Okay, so first off, I have to ask you, your journey has been incredible. Coming from a small humble city like Raipur, you have managed to create this mammoth of a firm all by yourself. And now after 32 years, I'm sure it must have been a really interesting journey. So please tell us about it.
Yes, it's actually very interesting because, it's almost 3 decades that I'm working. And I started my journey from Nagpur, Maharashtra. So as a young professional, it was something very important, and I was really focused. Coming from a very middle class background, my parents, they gave me that go that you have to do something in life, and that was something which was very important for me, taking their dreams to that level. Talking about that time was not that easy because you understand 30 years down the line, people never understood what interior designing was. So making them understand, making them get that feel of it was something very challenging. And as a woman, I suppose it was really more challenging because things were not that easy. So, but then, everything is destined, I suppose. If you really want to do that something, in life, you get that thing back behind you and that keeps you going. So I feel I'm really
grateful.
Yes, I'm really grateful to God that He has given me with this, blessed me with this beautiful thing, because creativity is something which is there in everybody's life, but how you have to honor that art is something very important. So that is the way I started.
So Shilpi ma'am, your journey has truly been incredible. You started this design firm about more than 3 decades ago. You have brought it to such great heights all on your own, and a woman managing everything. How was the journey?
The journey was really very beautiful. And I actually thank the Almighty that He has given me so much of passion towards this, because I think a woman 30 years before working and coming up to this level was very difficult. Something kept me going because I really wanted to achieve that. My parents were after my life rather. My mother was simply from a very remote place in Calcutta. I mean, she came to Nagpur and she was a person who never even knew Hindi.
Oh gosh, okay.
So yeah, so that woman, making the 3 daughters take a go. So it was very tough for us at that time, right? And we did our part genuinely. So that kept us really going. With the blessings of my parents and with the help of my better half, it became quite easy. And of course, every journey has a story to tell. So mine is again one. So
that's really incredible.
Yes.
So, I was reading about you, and you have managed a great balance between your family life and your professional life.
Yes.
What advice would you give to, a woman who's starting her own business, but then she has to manage both? How do you do this? Is it time management? Is it dedication? What is a combination, the right combination?
The most important thing, I would always say that you should not leave your passion, because every individual, I feel a person gets only one life, right? And I just believe in this life. I say people say ki agla janam and all that. That is, I don't really understand whether it is true or not. But I feel ki you have got this life, aapko ek janam mila, you should do the best of it. Balancing home and profession was something very challenging, and it is still challenging for every woman, because I think a woman has got some inbuilt powers, and definitely that those powers are being executed when she manages the entire system. The whole world is around that woman. You know, the entire family is around that woman. The entire setup is around that woman. If that person leaves things halfway, things will not move ahead.
Right.
So it is very, very important how you deal with things, how you manage your part. Because I think if people like us from that era can do, I think anybody can do in this. Because now I suppose you have a lot of other helps also. Whereas at our times we never had those helps. So it is very, very easy for the new generation to, you know, achieve their goals. But they have to keep a focus on that. Focus is very, very important. And until unless you don't have this sort of an arrangement where you can balance things together, you won't be able to succeed.
That's very true.
Yes.
That's so true. So, what was your design perspective, Shilpi ma'am? Because coming from a small design firm in Raipur, now you're all over the country.
Yes.
Your name is synonymous as being one of the top-notch firms in the country.
Yes.
What did you think you did differently from the rest that has helped you achieve this?
That's a very interesting question, because you know what, I have been always client's person, because you know what, I always felt if somebody has hired me or want my work to be, you know, executed, or want their dream house to be done by me, so it is something, an honor, right? Apart from being a true professional, I would always recommend I would always consider myself as one of the very, you know, like, it's a God gift for me. If, for example, you want me to do your place, so first of all, I would definitely understand what as a person you are, because I design like that. I consider that person, I consider that person's entire life. And for example, you've been in a state of, you know, your understanding. Suddenly I cannot intrigue into it, and you know, I cannot trust myself on you.
Of course.
So that is one of the best and the most important thing in my design part. I actually understand that person so well that he or she becomes the part and parcel of the system. So that keeps me, you know, aloof from the, I just cannot put everything everywhere. Like, I need to understand what that person wants. I do this sort of a working with my clients. Yes.
So what is your design forte? How do you think Creations is different from the other firms? What do you provide or bring to the table that speaks to the client?
The most important thing which I feel Creations has gained all this time, and you know, has kept it aloof from others, is the personal attention that we give to the client and their needs. And of course, my design is a bit more, you know, intricate design. I love doing flamboyant works. You know, my design speaks, and I am actually...
One can see and find out that, okay, Shilpi ma'am must have done this. Okay.
I really add glamour to it. So my part is, you can get furniture, you can get the interiors done from anywhere, but actually adding that glamour is something very important, and that shows. People say that it is very heavy, or it is very, you know, gaudy, or I don't know what, but that is my style, and that really makes a lot of difference, you know.
Of course.
People can, you know, say that, okay, this is Shilpi Sunar's style statement. So
very, very apt to your name also.
Yes.
Shilpi Sunar, it's like flamboyance and luster.
Yes,
right,
absolutely.
Lovely. Okay, so ma'am, what do you predict are the current trends in the design industry, and what do you think are going to be the trends in the design industry 5 years hence?
See, trends keep changing, but of course, the most important trend is like things are coming back again, you know. I feel, and whatever I am doing right away is a combination work. I usually do fusion work, and that is a combination of ethnic and modern. So my style is like that, and I suppose that style stays forever, because anything else comes and goes. And I suppose the next 5-10 years, fusion design will always stay. So like,
right. And we have also noticed that you have a great social media presence, be it digital marketing or PR. How important do you think is that to your expansion strategy?
Of course, this is very, very important, because whatever you are doing, how will it go to the market? Until unless you have such people around you who help you, you know, because then only we can create some waves. We
Right.
can show our work to the world. How otherwise it is very difficult. You know, like, and in a place like Raipur or Chhattisgarh or Odisha, where I am actually working, these places do not have so much of, you know, exposure. So we need such people who will help us out. You know, I think that way.
Of course.
Yeah, it goes
Yeah,
with that. Yes.
true. So have you noticed a change in the way maybe the people of Raipur respond to design, interior design now, as opposed to when you started?
Yes, of course. I started in the year 1988. Okay, and I came to Raipur in the year 1991. So 1991, it was still Madhya Pradesh at that time. It
Right.
wasn't Chhattisgarh. So like people weren't aware of anything as such as interior designing. So like in the year 2000, when it actually became, you know, Chhattisgarh, that is the time when people started understanding, because you know what, there was connectivity from Raipur to Mumbai, Delhi, things, flights started, people went across, they saw beautiful things, they saw how Mumbai was growing, they saw how Delhi was growing. So like things were quite, you know, evident in their ideas and in their concepts. So that is the time that we actually took the charge, and you know, like today we are here.
Okay, that's lovely that you flew with the times, like
Yes.
how the times changed. I wanted to ask you, Shilpi ma'am, that how important do you think sustainability is to the current design industry, and do you think that it's a concept that is here to stay and something that you also incorporate?
Yes, of course. Very, very important. And especially nowadays, since things have like, you know, like post-COVID, we need to understand that many things can be done in smaller versions also. Like earlier things were more flamboyant. Now we can reuse things, right? So many things are there which can be done across like that, and we can take charge of, I suppose designers and architects should take charge of this very well, because sustainability is very, very important, right? For example, a small concept which I can tell you is like, we are now going with bigger openings and, you know, skylight arrangements,
Right.
just to reduce the energy conservations. So these things are small things are there which can be taken care of, and things can go very well.
And has the client responded well to such
Yes,
changes?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, all right. So Shilpi ma'am, what is your own personal design like? Like if you had to design your own space, what elements would you use? What would that look like?
The most important thing which I like in my, first I'll talk about the style. I am more into intricate carvings, right? That is what I really love.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. And I have very good artisans from Calcutta.
Oh.
So they are like basically very good craftsmen. So I really do that work very well.
Okay.
Right? So you can, I am very fond of carvings, and to top it, I love gold.
Ah,
So
lovely.
I actually do a lot of gold leafing work.
Oh.
So they look very royal. Yes. This is my personal taste. Whereas I would love to work in colors. If you say, I would love to work with black, which I really love. And so, you know, you can understand the scene now.
Yeah.
It is black carving with gold. So it looks amazing.
I can only see luxury when you're saying all these things.
Yes,
Pure bred luxury is what I can imagine.
see, the most, I really love to engage people. When you are giving work to these craftsmen, you are engaging a lot of people. So there are many artisans in the entire system of mine who have a lot of, you know, caliber. They do great jobs. I feel I design curtains. I get my upholsteries done. You know, like everything is all designer. I mean,
All
nothing bought from the market and put. No, I love doing things myself.
Okay.
So that is the style which I actually, love doing.
Love personally.
Yes,
But do you think that's also because you take inspiration from where you are? Like Raipur is such a cultural place also, Chhattisgarh.
very.
Do you think that has also somehow influenced your design?
Yes, of course. Raipur-
capabilities and perspective?
Yes, definitely. See, my background as an individual is also very culturally, sound, because we are Bengalis. And from Kolkata, things are something very different.
Of course.
Right? So everything has got its own style. Come to a place called Chhattisgarh where it has got its own, it's a divine place. You get the best of things there. You have the best of artisans there. The Dokra casting, you must have heard of, bell metal. So that
Right,
is
right, of
something,
course.
yes. This is our, generation in Chhattisgarh. Kosa silk, you must have
Of
heard.
course, yes.
So we are blessed with so many things there. So that is the reason why I feel that we should use the local material, get things done, and that shows that this person is coming from this place.
Like
So,
it's synonymous, like your work is synonymous with you. Everybody knows that Shilpi
Yes.
ma'am has done it. Okay. So I also want to ask you that you've designed practically every kind of building, architectural piece. What personally do you like designing the most?
residences.
Residence.
Yes, I feel I connect myself to residences more because there it's everybody's dream, right? You've been understanding from years together. People think or make up their mind to make a home, a beautiful place for themselves. So I feel I'm really connected to that zone more because each and every individual gets, I connect to them.
Right.
I learn so much from them. I give my best to them. So it's a great, combination. So I love doing residences more.
That's lovely. That's really interesting to know. I also wanted to, I wanted to ask you about your design institute, AID, in Raipur. How did it come about, and what is the perspective behind it? What's the idea behind it?
Right. So it's almost 10 years now that I had a dream, like when I had started working as an individual. Being a woman, I could understand that it was not that easy, managing things. And as a designer or as an architect, people need people, to
course.
do the drawings, to draft, to, work together. So in Raipur, in Chhattisgarh, things were not that very easy. So we never had interns, we never had people who would help you out. I always thought that why not give back something to Chhattisgarh?
Oh, wow.
Yes, that's something very nice, and almost as on date, I think I have, educated 3,000 children.
Wow.
So there are more than 3,000 interior designers in that place. It is, it's one of the most it's everywhere. Yeah, it's
culture
like
hub.
yes,
Hub of
actually,
energy.
Yes.
In Raipur.
Very-
I can sense that from the way you're
Yes.
talking. So you teach fashion also there?
Yes, we
Oh,
teach
that's
fashion
lovely.
also. Yes.
I can see that you're pretty fashionable. I'm loving
Thank
what you're
you.
wearing
Thank you
anyway, and I
so
was
much.
admiring it also. Thank you so much, Shilpi ma'am. It was so inspiring to meet a superwoman like you who has handled everything so well. I mean, considering the awards also that you won the Stree Shakti Award
Yes.
and women-centric awards.
Yes.
So a parting note before we do our rapid fire, we also have a rapid fire, very interesting one. But I just wanted, because you are the epitome and an example of how a woman can also in this industry manage everything. So just a parting thing about how everything is possible, you just believe in it. What is your thought?
It's what you said was something so nice, and I second that because you know what, if you want something in life, I think वो ज़रूर आपसे मिलता है.
ज़रूर.
आपकी पूरी कोशिश, वो बोलते हैं ना कि पूरी कायनात
इकट्ठी हो जाती है
और वो ज़रूर आपके साथ होता है. और शायद ये हर इंसान के लिए मुमकिन है, अगर वो कोशिश करे तो ज़रूर सब कुछ हासिल कर सकता है. एंड आई सपोज I am doing a very small part. There are many people in this world who are doing so much. Even, you know, my difficulties were not that as I compare myself to other people. But definitely, whatever small I could do for the society, I did, and I will do it. And I'll definitely help the younger generations to do that too.
Great. Thank you so much, Shilpi ma'am. Thank you for those inspiring words. I am inspired to work harder. What am I doing? I should be doing even more than what I'm able to do. Okay. So we now will lighten the mood a little bit and go for the rapid fire round.
Yes.
It's a very quick 5-6 questions and you have to answer very quickly. Okay. And they're all design centric, so don't worry.
Okay.
We've made it very guest friendly.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. You have to take your pick from contemporary or classic.
Classic.
Minimalistic or eclectic?
Eclectic.
Eclectic. I can sense that. Work from home or go to office?
Go to office.
Okay. Sustainability or durability?
Durability.
Okay. Favorite work of architecture in Raipur? It's a shopping mall or is it a...
No, it's I have only done the interiors in that plot. The White House, which
Okay.
is supposed to be, you know, like the Nagar Nigam office.
Acha,
So,
okay, lovely.
that's a
So you've
wonderful
done the PWD
interiors,
office.
interiors, yeah. And
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, lovely,
that's a beautiful
lovely.
piece of architecture.
I'll definitely check it out now.
Yeah, sure.
For sure. Okay, favorite material to work with?
Wood, of course.
Wood, okay.
Yes.
And favorite concept you work with?
Fusion.
Fusion. All right. Good job. That was very quick.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Thank you so much, Shilpi ma'am. It was an absolute honor to have you here on the Chat Trap. And before leaving, we would like to you to sign a small memento.
Thank you.
And we really hope you enjoyed yourself.
Thank you so much. It
Thank
was wonderful, actually. I really don't know how much justice I've done to whatever you have asked me, but everything was from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to welcome Mr. Ramesh Bhandari, Director A-Class Marbles, to get a memento signed by Miss Shilpi Sunar from Creations. What a truly inspiring story by Miss Shilpi Sunar. She really is a superwoman. Hats off to her. Well, that's the end of today, but I am going to see you guys very soon on the next episode of the Chat Trap with me, Pavleen Gujral, and another prolific architect and their story. Till then, ciao.